Hello, I'm Emmeline Watkins, Acting Director of Public Health for Peterborough. From Monday, the rules around what we can and cannot do will be changing as we reach the next stage in the government's roadmap. It's thanks to the hard work and determination of communities across Peterborough that we've been able to reduce rates of COVID-19 and reach this stage. However, rates of the virus in the city remain much higher than the national and regional averages and remain a concern. With COVID-19 still amongst us, we all need to make sure that we don't let our guard down too far and undo all the great work that has taken place to keep people safe. Returning to a more normal way of life depends on all of us and the actions that we take. From Monday, the government has said that we can meet indoors as 2 households or a group of 6. The limit on the number of people who can meet outdoors will be increased to 30. Close contact will be allowed between family and friends, but it's vital to remain cautious and think about the vulnerability of your loved ones, whether they've had both vaccine doses and whether there's been time for that vaccine to take effect. Meeting outdoors and in well-ventilated space is always safer. With the greater freedom becomes greater risk of people catching the virus and cases starting to rise again in the city. With more socialisation allowed, particularly indoors, we need to redouble our efforts to adopt the right behaviours to prevent our rates from rising. In particular, we need people to accept their vaccine when offered one. The more people we can get vaccinated, the quicker we can protect one another and return to a more normal way of life. We also need people to rapid test twice a week from home or using one of the sites across Cambridgeshire and Peterborough. Ask people who visit your home if they've done their test. You also need to isolate and get a test if you have one of the symptoms of COVID-19. That includes a new or persistent cough, a high temperature and/or a loss in sense of taste or smell. There is a lot of support if you need to self-isolate. Please also follow the public health guidance, particularly around washing hands regularly, wearing a face covering when needed, and making sure there's a good 2-metre distance between you and people outside of your household wherever possible. Thank you for everything you've done so far to keep you and your loved ones safe. Please enjoy the greater freedoms that will be allowed from Monday, but remember that COVID-19 has not gone away. We must all keep thinking about those of us who are more vulnerable and what we can do to keep our families and friends safe. And remember, restrictions on indoor mixing do remain until Monday. It's important that we don't move to the next stage too early while we're still trying to drive down rates of infection in Peterborough. Thank you.